Hi guys, today I'm with Zane Walker. Zane Walker, he's from Iran. So we'll know more about him in this interview. So Zane, where do you born?
I was born in Chicago.
In Chicago, so in
Yeah.
USA. Okay.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you
yeah.
ever been in Middle East or?
Yeah. I've been to Iran twice. It's been a long time though. Once when I was a baby and once when I was 7 years old. I haven't gone back because I was actually in the American military for a little while, so I didn't want there to be any.
So you moved from military to this industry. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about your social life.
Yeah.
So you said a little bit. You visit a little bit. Did the culture affects on you or no?
I'm not too deep in the culture as I used to be because, I grew up in America and I'm pretty Americanized, but, growing up in the Middle Eastern household and a Muslim family.
Oh, your Muslim family, okay.
My family, yeah. I was raised Christian though, which is kind of random.
Okay. So you are from Christian family or
Muslim family.
But you are okay.
Yeah, so my family was Muslim, but growing up in America, they put me in a Christian school, not specifically because, they wanted me to be Christian, but because the curriculum of the school was really advanced.
The religion, they are a little bit similar, like Christian or Muslim.
Yeah, my family just wanted me to, believe in God and be a good person, so they didn't really mind too much the religion. They more so put me in that school because, it was, the curriculum was really high, so they just wanted me to get the best education that I could.
Okay, so your family put you in a religious school because they believe that's the way you will be a good person. What they think about you now? If you don't need to answer,
Yeah, so my mom knows what I do. She's, it's not her favorite thing in the world, but she's very supportive and it's nice. Yeah. I didn't tell her until maybe, 6-7 months ago. Yeah, very recently, I told myself that I wouldn't bring it up to my parents until it was the right time, If I wanted to make sure I was established and successful and, I was making it worth it. I wasn't just doing it for nothing, So once I felt like, I was doing really well and it came upon organically,
So you can say that was easy or difficult? Tell your family about.
So I have one sibling, a sister, a little bit older than me. Her and her friends found out before anyone because I had a couple of videos that went viral. Yeah. So they knew. Luckily, she didn't tell my parents. She's like, that's something you need to have the conversation with them about. And I always told myself I wouldn't bring it up until it was the right time. And not when I say the right time, not only was I saying once I'm established and successful and I'm doing well for myself, not just that, I wanted it to be a natural conversation. I didn't want to just throw it on them like that.
Hey, mom, dad, I'm like,
It was more so I was visiting my mom. I think it was for last Christmas, so a little less than a year ago, and she asked me, because she knew I was in the military, right? And after I got out, she didn't know exactly what I was doing, how I was spending my time, and I was kind of vague every time she would ask because I wasn't ready to tell her. Yeah. But then, she asked me, she's like, hey, I want you to be straightforward with me. Like,
she already know, like, she was like, try to question you?
I don't think she knew exactly what I was doing, but I think she knew I might be hiding something from her, And, Middle Eastern women, moms, they're smart. They're smart. They're smart, And, I think she maybe thought I was hiding something from her, or there's maybe something I wasn't telling her. So she's like, how have you been spending your time? Like, you don't have a job. Like, what are you doing, And then I was like, okay. In my head, I was like, this seems like the right time, Because she was in a relaxed state of mind. She didn't seem stressed out at all, And, I told her,
I mean, that's really good for you. You still have like great relationship with your family. That's amazing. They already know. So what about your friends? And do you have like tough time to deal, or do you have same friend before and after? Or?
Yeah. So I moved from Chicago to Phoenix a couple of years ago. And, after I moved to Phoenix, maybe like 6 months to a year later, I started, with the OnlyFans and, webcamming and, just trying to get my toes wet with the whole, industry, so to say. And I always had maybe a couple close friends that, I would talk to on a regular basis. Even though I was acquaintances with a lot of people, I wouldn't say I was like, close with a lot of people, right? So the people that, my friends that, know about it, they were there, for the whole journey.
Oh, okay, and they was cool with it.
Yeah, it goes back to, you always hear this all the time, you want to do something you have a passion for and a genuine interest in. So, even though it's not the most socially accepted thing to do, since they're real friends of mine that I've had for a long time, and
they know you.
They know me, they've seen me when I was depressed and not in the best place in my life. So they were just happy to see me attacking something that I had interest and ambition and motivation in. So they saw me go from nothing to something, right? So it was great. It was great. Yeah.
What about love? Do you believe in love?
I do. It's to
Have you ever been in a relationship, long relationship? Not to...
I have. I've been in 2 serious relationships. I'm 27 now, and both of the relationships was when I was in my younger 20s. Yeah. Unfortunately, me, when I fall in love, I get really attached, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I think it's maybe a Middle Eastern thing, when we love, we f***ing love.
Like, not like just something shallow. It's not.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, no.
Yeah, you get very,
and I love it like this, by the way. I love the good part. Like I mean, the happiness and the sad. Like everything I love in love. Like just. So yeah, because of that, I go deep. Sorry, it's your interview.
Yeah. No, I'd love to hear your perspective as well. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been in love twice. I've had 2 serious girlfriends in my life. Unfortunately, both of those relationships, when they ended, it took a big toll on me. I was really depressed for a while afterwards because I was very heartbroken. Because I thought it was going to last forever, and unfortunately it didn't. But I feel like those 2 relationships that might have hurt me significantly in that time, it was able to mold me into the person that I am now.
I love that. Do you think your job apart from this, like the separate or like one of the reasons, or no, not about the work?
Well, back then I wasn't doing what I was doing now, so it had nothing to do with this. But it's funny, I always hear people say, with the industry you do, you're never gonna find a girl, or
I try to ask that's next question.
Yeah. And that's funny, but it's actually the complete opposite, because even though most of the girls I associate with are in the industry, back home, in Phoenix, I'm friends with multiple girls that have normal jobs. They're nurses, they work at a hotel, like anything like random, civilian, and they're okay with what I do, and they were willing to date me.
People are acceptable now.
Yeah, and people who have a good head on their shoulders, even if they're a civilian or whatever they do with their life, I think they can understand that even though what we do, isn't the most socially accepted, they understand that it is a job at the end of the day. And
we like this job.
Yeah, and they understand, the truest intimacy is off camera, right? So, they're able to separate that, and it's nice because you can see the emotional maturity,
So, do you think person working this job, he can have a regular life, get married, have a kid? Do you think that's possible?
I think so, in every situation, it's to each their own. Everyone is wired differently. Everyone's day-to-day life is different, and it goes down to a lot of factors and variables. Me personally, I don't think I'm in the point in my life now where I want a relationship. Yeah, I've had girls out of the industry that I would date that wanted a relationship. I unfortunately, wasn't able to give them fully what they wanted, but the option is always there. It just more so depends on the 2 people's emotional maturity, and are they able to separate what, like the work and the the relationship and rapport off camera,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like if you and your partner see, like, believe totally that's work, that's will, like, first step. Like.
Yeah.
But if you think like, oh no, when you doing your work, that's mean you are in a relationship with someone else. Like,
Yeah.
you don't see it as a work. That's
Yeah.
what will create the jealousy and all the
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah, like some people are different, they get jealous easily and they don't want to see you with anyone else. And that's completely understandable. People have different beliefs and wants and needs. But I think, if someone's like very emotionally mature and secure in themselves,
Confident.
they're able to understand, this, we're entertainers at the end of the day. We're entertaining and we're putting out content to please the world. It's not necessarily what, the attention or relationship I'll have with someone that I'm truly intimate with in my personal life off camera,
Yeah. So let's ask you about how long you have been in the industry.
Yeah. So I just turned 27 about a month and a half ago. When I moved to Phoenix from Chicago, I'll give you the story. It's actually an interesting story, I was 23 so it's been about 4 years. I was 23. I met a girl, we were dating for a little while, and we were both very open-minded.
So after the
Military, yeah. I went to the military straight out of high school. I was in for a couple of years. I had some injuries, so I got out based on my injuries. Not to Iraq. I went to a couple other places, in that vicinity. I'm not going to say where, but no, I did have that experience as well. Interesting experience. But
and you're free if you want to talk about anything.
No, after I got out of the military, I was actually doing door-to-door sales for a couple of years, which was very cool because I got to, associate with every type of person on the planet you can think of, I could talk to a wall if I had to, or like perfect example, if we were in public, no matter the setting, and you said, Zane, go up to that person and, start a conversation and make them smile. Easy, no problem. But yeah, after that, then I moved to Phoenix because, COVID, ruined that job because it was all face-to-face.
Oh, yeah.
And I started dating a girl once I moved to Phoenix, and a civilian girl, nothing to do with the industry, Okay. We were dating for a little while, and I have always been the type of person where I thought it was super cool to record,
Oh,
when
me too.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Like when
I was like, sorry,
even
like,
young, right?
Young.
Even young, yeah.
I don't know. I really love it. It makes me excited.
Even in high school, right? When I was new to,
in Iraq, try to imagine me. I'm like, no, seriously, like people think that's like disaster or like, oh, you cannot record. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, because with our where the part of the world we come from, it's not a very accepted or open.
For girls, like,
Very much so. Now, yeah. So what you've been able to do is very inspiring. The confidence is unmatched. Where was I? Yeah.
So dating this girl and you like to record.
Yeah. I've always liked to record since I was a teenager, right? So when Snapchat just came out, when I was like 15, 16, 14, whatever, and I was, with a woman, right? I thought it was so much cooler if I could record it and like send it to my friends, like, look what I'm doing,
Especially like you just start this kind of life,
Yeah. I'm like, guys, look what I'm doing, showing off, like whatever. And over time, I just always thought it was cool to record, not thinking much of it, like
before OnlyFans.
Way before OnlyFans, I was always recording, and then when I was dating this girl when I was 23, I told her, you always let me record us when we're being intimate, I've always had this little dream of being a porn star,
Okay.
Yeah, I always thought it was very inspiring,
Yeah, like they have a lot of confidence. I always look to them. Wow, like I have some age of Anya. I have like some names in my mind, but yeah.
When I was a kid, I didn't have any confidence. I had social issues. I had trouble making friends, Like, I was the type of kid where my mom had to dress me every day. Tuck-in shirt, glasses, that I was, I'm not lying, guys. Like, as a kid, I was very dorky. I had trouble, making friends. I got bullied very bad,
Oh,
like
really?
very bad, very bad, very
American
bad.
things, like in Iraq, we don't have that. The
Yeah,
bullying thing.
yeah, really.
Yeah, like almost any person I meet, like they have this kind of issue in school. Weird. Something culture.
What I think it was is because, you know, I was Middle Eastern and I had a very Middle Eastern last name. And growing up, I was going to like a very white Christian school.
Okay.
And it was during the time of 9/11, you know?
Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah.
So at that time, you know, I was getting bullied really bad growing up in school. Like people wouldn't even call me by my name. They would,
okay.
you know what they call me? Terrorist, terrorist. All the time. I'd go to school, I'd walk into class, there's the terrorist, you know?
Oh my God.
And you know, I already had very bad social anxiety and confidence issues, and like, you know, I didn't have, you know, the smoothest upbringing. You know, Middle Eastern parents are very, you know what I mean?
Like I know, yeah.
Yeah.
All Middle Eastern parents like that.
Yeah, so you know, I didn't have it easy growing up, you know. So when I would watch pornography, you know, like, and I'd see the guys in the videos, it was very inspiring, you know. I'm
I feel
like,
some release, like, ugh.
yeah,
Not just sexual.
yeah. Also, because I was a very scrawny kid, right? Like, don't look at me now, like ripped and muscular. Don't look at me now, like very scrawny, like skin and bones, no muscle, like super dorky. Like, you know, I got bullied by everyone. I'm not kidding, you know.
So I would like you to tell me about the change, how that's just changed.
I will. I will. Yeah. So when I would see the pornography videos, I'm like, damn, these guys are buff. You know, they're getting all these beautiful girls. Like millions of people are watching them. It was very inspiring. You know, it gave me something to look up to. You know, and I would look at these guys. I was like, why do I think these guys are able to do this? And I'd look at them. I was like, they're good looking, they're in good shape, their bodies look good, they're confident.
Sometimes they don't look good, but confidence.
Yeah, their confidence, you know? I was like, that's what I need to develop, you know? So I started like working out and like putting more effort into my body and just trying to become the best version of myself, you know?
Like almost the same effect, like the adult videos affect on me in the same way.
Yeah.
Because especially for, sorry, I'm interrupting you, but
No,
like
go
women
ahead.
in Middle East, we are like, feel shame from our, like because
Low confidence, right?
because the owner of the family is like her vagina, like that's I don't know if you know that.
Yeah,
like
the
that,
husband
like,
owns you, right?
like owns you, and like no one see your vagina, like stuff like that. So you always shy like this and
Nervous,
They see this adults, all of them like no shy, and they are like proud of themselves, proud of their bodies. So I'm like, supposed to feel proud, not shame. Like yeah, continue.
Yeah, no, I felt the same way, you know? So, you know, I saw the guys in the videos. I was like, I wish I could do that one day. You know, that's cool. Because when I was in school and I liked a girl, I had so much anxiety to talk to her, right? The butterflies in your stomach. Yeah. Like I didn't have the confidence I do now. I was scared. I was nervous to talk to a girl. And if I would talk to her, I'd be like mumbling, stumbling over my words. Like, you know, I was like, fuck. Sweating, like fuck, you know. So yeah, I developed myself a lot, but yeah, I was dating this girl in Phoenix. I was like, you know, you always let me record our videos. Like, you know, I've always had this little dream, you know, in the back of my mind to be a porn star. You know, hypothetically speaking, how would you feel if I uploaded one of our videos to Pornhub? And she was, you know, as open-minded as I was, you know. So she's like, if it makes you happy, go ahead, you know, because neither of us thought anything would come from it, you know, because, you know, the website's very saturated.
It's like a million videos.
Millions of videos, you know. So I was like, we didn't think anything was going to come from it. It was just more so like, let's just throw it and see what happens, you know. And I uploaded a couple of videos with her, super amateur, right? Like off my iPhone. I didn't know how to film. I was just like holding the video in the car, like, you know, trying to enjoy it while like recording, you know?
It's so difficult. Like,
difficult, yeah.
Because you want to enjoy the
action. Yeah. It was fun though. It was fun because I'd never done something like actually like recorded where I was like, people are gonna see this, you know, besides like friends on a Snapchat. So
that's age 23.
23, yeah. So I uploaded the videos to Pornhub, right? And a couple of them got a lot of views, like 300,000, 500,000, 600,000, like
amazing.
a couple 100,000.
Like, like not in the industry. You're still like not in the industry.
I had no notoriety, right? I had no followers, no fame. No one knew who I was. Super amateur account.
Really crazy.
I was still even using my real name on the account, like not even a stage name. I didn't know anything.
Yeah, like
I was the only thing I could think of. The only thing I could think of was like if I wanna be in this industry, is like the only thing I could think of is upload a video to Pornhub, you know?
Yeah.
And luckily the videos got a couple 100,000 views, and I was like, wow, like I was like, people actually care to see me, you know? That's crazy, you know?
Of course, like,
it encouraged me, it motivated me, you know. So I uploaded a couple more videos with those with her and another girl, you know, and they all did well, a couple 100,000 views. Eventually though, it got to the point where like the girls would like go to work or like go out and about, and people would be like, I saw you on this website, you know. And you know, a civilian girl who's never had that before, it's a little overwhelming, you know? They didn't even expect anyone to see the video that would know them, you know? So, you know, they reached out to me, they're like, hey, like, please take these videos down. But before the videos got taken down, I had applied to a studio.
Oh, okay.
Because I was watching a video one day, and you guys know when you watch a video, you skip through to find the best parts, you get off, and then you turn it off. I never watch a video all the way through. I watched the video, one day I just watched a video all the way through, and it said, if you think you're hot enough to be in one of our videos, apply now. I was like,
let me apply. Oh my God, this will not hurt.
This will not hurt, right? And I did not expect them to reach back out to me. I'm like, I'm not the best looking guy. Like, you know, there's probably people applying, so many guys probably applying. But I was like, fuck it. You know, I was like, might as well, you know? So I applied, and they said, and they reached back out. They said, do you have any experience? I said, I have no professional experience, but I have a couple videos on Pornhub that did pretty well, that maybe you guys can check those out and see what you think. They looked at and luckily they were able to look at those videos before they got taken down. Because the girl said, can you take them down? Like, too many people are noticing. I don't want my, you know? So luckily before those videos got taken down, that studio watched the videos, and it's like, hey, for like super amateur where you don't know, you know, you have no experience, like this isn't bad, you know, and your views are good. We're willing to give you a try. I was like, oh my God, you know, I still couldn't believe it. And they're like, get in better shape.
That's still like 23.
23 years old, 23, yeah. They're like, get in better shape, and once you're in the best shape possible, reach back out to us. So I went for like 6 months, no carbs, running every day, like working out hard, like I was treating it like I was about to run a marathon or something. Like a lot of serious, a lot of cardio, no sugar, low carbs, like high protein, like thank you. And after like 6 months, I reached out to them. I was like, I'm ripped. Like,
so you said no sugar, no carbs.
No, I did have carbs, low carbs. And maybe with breakfast, I would have like a piece of like whole wheat toast.
I don't want to jump different subject, but that's difficult because I want to try.
So difficult, you know, so difficult because you get all your energy from carbs and like sugar keeps you going. Yeah, sweet tooth. Me too. I have a big sweet tooth, you know, but I was like, this is what I want. They're giving me a chance. I was like, I have to be disciplined, you know? So I did that for like 6 months, super strict diet, working out every day. Like I was motivated, you know? And then I reached back out to them, sent them some pictures like, okay, you look good. They're like, we're gonna put you on our schedule, just stay in good shape. I was like, okay. A month and a half later, they reached out to me. They're like, are you available next week?
Wow.
I was like, yes, of course. And they booked me for 4 scenes in 1 week, you know?
Wow.
And you know, now I could do that no problem, you know? But like when you're for 4 in a week is like crazy, you know? When you have no experience, you know?
Especially I believe for guys it's more difficult because
you have to get hard, you have to get hard, and you have to stay hard, you know?
And like different environment too.
And I didn't know who I was gonna be with, you know, all these stress factors go into play.
But you don't have problem with people watching? Because some people...
I didn't think I would, but the first time was tough. You know? So they booked me for 4 scenes, you know? I went, I did the first one, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I had a lot of trouble, you know, I couldn't stay hard, you know,
Because,
like
yeah, like you think about all like because usually like before that, of course there's
it's just me and an iPhone. It was me.
It's probably not just one.
No,
Probably the
if that.
cameraman.
That's
the,
yeah.
like, probably 3 people. Or more.
I was struggling, you know, like I didn't get hard, right? So the cameraman was like, go off set, pull your phone up, watch something, get hard, come back, as long as you can, and then if you go soft again, we're just gonna repeat that process, and that's fucking humiliating, you know, because I'm 23, I'm in great shape, I'm like, why is it not working, you know?
Because the
new environment,
yeah.
I was nervous. I was like, what the you know, I was like, you know, so I had to do that like 5 or 6 times where I had to go off set, watch a video, get myself up, go back on. I would do the girl as long as I can until I went soft, and I would just repeat the process and repeat the process. It was miserable, bro, miserable. I was like, I can't believe this is happening to me. You know, I was like, why is it not? Because I always thought it doesn't work if you're like an old man.
Old man, or like, I don't know if that's happening with you, like if the person you 100%
or just not interested
like,
in.
not interested, like whatever, like you don't like that.
Yeah, and the girl was attractive, so I was like, what's going on, you know? So I had to do that multiple times, and you know, and it worked. And then at the end, surprisingly, the cum shot was huge. I was like,
thank God.
Thank God. I was like,
you almost like you beat.
I was like, at least I did something good, you know. Like when I say I wasn't kidding. Like girl was covered from like here to here. Like it kept coming.
That's me.
I was like, so.
Record it.
Yeah, I was like, hurry, record this, hurry. But yeah, so even though the first scene I struggled. Right, the scene the scene on the company's website. It's a pay-per-view website, so nothing free. Everyone has to pay. It got like 1.5 million views. I was like, what the fuck? And I talked to the editor. I was like, how?
Did you speak Persian or?
No, nothing.
No one yet. So just the beginning. Like no one.
This was all English. This was all English. Yeah.
Wow. So just this your pure skills, and not about like you are from.
Yeah, no, okay. I didn't start embracing the Farsi and the Persian till maybe like this last year, because I always, you know, faced so much racism and prejudice. I was nervous to embrace it, you know.
Now I see you're so proud.
Yeah, now you'll see me doing videos in all Farsi. Yeah, you know, it's good. It's good. It built my confidence, you know. But yeah, so the video got like 1.5 million views. And I talked to the editor. I was like, how? You know, I was struggling the whole time. He's like, yeah, well, anytime you were struggling, I would cut that part out, you know? Yeah. So he put it together really well. It did good. He's like, I think moving forward, now that you got the first one out of the way, I don't think you're gonna have issues. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust in you, okay? And I had 3 more that week. So he's like, it was on a Monday. So he's like, take Tuesday off, come back on Wednesday with a fresh head, and I think you'll do good. So, and then I had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, easy, like no problem. I was, you know, like I didn't have to take a cut, nothing.
Just the beginning.
The first one was tough. But once I got that out of the way, the second, third, and the fourth one,
probably mentally,
easy, no problem. Like if I had to take a cut, it's because I was thirsty, you know, like, but I was still like good the whole time, you know.
Do you think now you like when someone watching, or not about that? You don't think about this part? Like how would I prefer it? I would prefer it one-on-one with no camera. Yeah. But you know, obviously for a video, you know, it doesn't matter because you know, I'm used to it now. But if you're talking about personal pleasure, it would be like me with one girl, without dimmed lights, no one watching. Yeah. It's not like I'm really weird. I like when someone like look. I don't like when someone do cuts, of course.
Yeah.
Like we are like just enjoying, but if there's someone sitting watching, I really like it.
Yeah. It depends on my mood. It really depends on my mood. But I just feel like if people are watching, I have to perform, you know? if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like,
So it kind of ruins the sex, you know?
Okay, the real natural like stuff. Okay.
Yeah, because like when you're doing it, when people are watching, you're like, okay, well, they need to see penetration, so I gotta move my hip this way.
Oh, you need to move your
I
hand
gotta
when you do-
angle
yeah, or
this,
like
and
this,
I
like
gotta
this,
do
or-
this.
yeah.
My leg has to go back, so they see that, and that instantly
Yeah.
ruins the pleasure, you know?
Yeah. No, I don't care what the person will see, but just watch.
Yeah. No, yeah. If it's like that, then yeah, no problem, you know?
Because I think like, oh, he enjoying, see me enjoying, like something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No,
It's not-
yeah.
I don't need like.
If I'm in the mood for that, perfect. But like, if I want to like enjoy it to the most of my ability with someone I have genuine attraction and affection for, I'm like, "F the camera. I don't want anyone watching. Close the door.
Enjoy the moment in peace.
Look in my eyes and let's have intimacy. But the second, third, and the fourth scene I did for them that week, no problem. Crushed it, easy. Didn't take anything. Like it was good.
So, sorry.
And then that from there the snowball started rolling. But even though I started at 23, for about 2.5 years, I didn't really work much, right? It was very on and off. So I didn't really start like blowing up until like this last year, I would say.
So you said you are 27.
27.
27. And you start 23?
I started 23, but when I was 24 and 25, I didn't. No, I didn't. Because what happened was they signed me to a contract, but it was a bullshit contract. They after I did those 4 scenes for them, they signed me to a 2-year contract, and over the time of that 2 years, they gave me like 6 scenes. It was bullshit.
2 years, 6 scenes?
It was bullshit, bullshit. Yeah, so they'd hit me up once every like 4 months. Hey, can you come do a scene? And I couldn't get out of the contract, so I had to wait till it expired.
Wow. And the contract, sorry, I'm curious. Like
non-compete. It was a non-compete.
Like they pay. I don't know how that's works. They pay you before? Or
No. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, just like you stuck with them. Like
I'm stuck with them. I was just happy to be there, so I was like, so I didn't understand. So basically, what the contract was is you can shoot with us, no one else, no one else. So stuck for 2 years, So realistically, I only started doing this full time like a year, because I was stuck in a bullshit contract for 2 years. So even though I started the journey when I was 23, 24 and 25, I didn't really do anything, empty, right? And then when I turned 26, I just turned 27, but when I turned 26, this last year is when I really started being able to explore and build my own brand and market and network and get my foot through the door and really get myself out there,
Did you start with OnlyFans during this 23, 24 or no? Like when you started?
I did have an OnlyFans, but I didn't start, taking it seriously till maybe, a year. It's only been a year, so
So everything we can say when you a year ago.
Yeah, a year and a half. Year and a half is when I really started putting everything into it, because the 2 years that I was in that contract, I was stuck. I couldn't do anything. Other companies wanted to hire me, but I couldn't do it because I was under contract. But even though it's only been a year and a half of me taking it seriously, I'm very proud of myself of what I've been able to accomplish in this year and a half, because less of it was studio and more of it was my own content, because even though I've worked with a lot of big name stars, if you look at my page, it's for our own content, it's not for a company. So I take pride in that, because I feel like
you build yourself,
I built my own brand. I was able to network and market and socialize on my own, where I'm able to work with big name girls and guys without needing a company or an agent to help me. I do have an agent, and they did help me get with Brazzers. I'll give them that credit, but someone can only get you so far. You have to do the rest,
Yeah. So I will go just a little bit dark side.
Okay.
If you don't want to.
Oh, no, please go on.
Yeah, okay. So probably you hear some, let's say coworker or people work in this industry, they have a tragedy end, let's say. Say it right?
Say it again.
A tragedy end or
a tragic event?
No, and they die in tragic.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Sorry, English second language. So the question, do you think who we can blame? Do you think it's one part or everyone, or like what's your opinion? I have my opinion too.
You know, every situation is different based on the circumstances and the variables that go into it. I think, you know, I'll give you an example. Like, I was friends with Cagney Lynn Carter, if you know who she is.
I think Sasha told me about her. Yeah.
Yeah, she passed away, I think 6-8 months ago, give or take. I could be about that time.
Yeah.
You know, so that's someone I knew, and you know, that was a very unfortunate, tragic event. I feel this industry, you know, it can be very overwhelming. It's very heavy on the mental, and you know, anything in life affects everyone in a different way. You know, everyone. Exactly. Everyone's brain is wired differently, you know, and with something as heavy as sex, you know, the sex, the fame, the money, whatever, all these things can have a heavy impact on your brain. Yeah. And if you're, let's say, you know, you're not sober or you're on medicine or anything that can also affect that as well, you know, some people can get so overwhelmed to the point where, you know, they can't take it anymore, or whatever their reasoning is. I just think this is not an industry or a path for everyone. It's not for everyone, you know? Yeah. So if you're gonna try to pursue this, it has to be something that you truly have a passion for and an interest in.
That's what people need to know, because a lot of people think, oh, when I talk like, oh, we are brave, we're doing, oh, it's easy, anyone can be. No, not anyone. You need to be like really strong mentally. You need to understand you're playing with what? With something really powerful, the sex, like really powerful in human beings. So you need to understand the situation. And the other, like, that's my opinion, yeah, sorry. But the other part, I believe, is society. Like, that society really, like I told you, like, people, they don't understand that, so they will attack you. So you're already facing really tough industry, and people attacking you. And there's no any help, like the health insurance is not
no.
So it's all that together make it so hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, like what my opinion, we can blame everyone.
Yeah. You can
Sorry,
blame.
sad thing. I don't know why I'm laughing, but like yeah.
You can blame the world. You can blame the world. You know.
Iraq,
yeah.
Most of the time, a lot of bad stuff. So I rather to smile and laugh about it. But
you have to. You have to. You know. You have to be as optimistic as possible. I'm gonna kind of say it in Farsi. این یه چیزی هست که یه کار نیست واسه همه آدما. Okay. خیلی بد تو مغز قوی باشی چون که میتونه it could have a sincere effect رو مغزه. You know. So like اگه فکر می‌کنی این چیزی هست که می‌خوای بکنی باید 2-3-4 بار فکرشو بکن, because it's not just, you know, you go have sex with beautiful women, you know, there's way more that goes into it, you know.
Probably that's what I try to ask him. Like, what's your advice for someone who wants to enter to the industry?
It goes with, you know, everything else in life, right? If it has to be something you truly want, you know, you're truly interested in it, you truly have a passion for it, you think you can truly market yourself to an audience. And then you also have to understand, you know, like, this isn't the most socially accepted thing to do. Yeah. And, you know, and it could have a serious effect on your mental health. You don't know where this road can take you. So you just have to make sure you're mentally strong and you have a good head on your shoulders before you attack this head on. Because to give you guys an example, the first couple years that, you know, I was trying to get my foot in the door and understand the business and establish myself, I wasn't making money. I was losing money, right? So you have to understand the money's not going to come right away. The fame's not going to come right away. Like, you really have to work to build yourself up, especially as a guy. So if you're not ready for that, you know, just think a couple times about it. یه 2-3-4 بار فکرشو بکن قبل از که میخوای پاتو تو در بذاری. Okay.
So Zane,
yes.
Why do you think some people have like double standards when they see a woman bisexual, especially like inside the industry, when they see women, she has like videos with girls and videos with guys, they think that's so hot. Mm-hmm. But when they see he have video with guys and other videos straight.
It's looked down upon.
Yeah, it's like you feel like they have double standards. Why do you think this?
You know, I feel like only has become very recent that it's been more accepted and okay and open for people to be gay, you know, especially men, because for the longest time, especially when I was growing up, if someone, you know, was gay or gave signs of being gay, they were always, you know, I don't know if it was just where I grew up or, you know, where I was from, but they would always be bullied for being gay, or it was
like in the Middle East.
yeah, and it was looked at to be wrong to be gay. And even, you know, in the Bible it even says, you know, a man to lay with another man is, you know, a sin, you know, you go to hell for it technically, you know. So, you know, since that's been the wave for so long, and it's only became more accepted, the LGBTQ, in the last few years, you know, people are still growing on it, you know. You know, no one has ever thought women being with women is bad.
It's always like sorry,
people think it's hot. People think it's hot.
Like my fans always like comment, Alina, another lesbian. But with guys, they like make them feel shame. Oh, you do like. Why with girls like you just asking, and with guys like you are a little bit.
And you know, people are always in life afraid and nervous of what other people will think about them, right? So they're just gonna follow the trend, right?
Exactly. Like I'm with the what's it called, like I know it's like in Arabic qati'a, but in English like bunch of people walking the same way. Like,
they go the road most traveled, you know.
Like I'm with everyone else.
They just follow the trend, you know.
Yeah.
So it only has become accepted in the recent years to be open about your sexuality, and it hasn't been like that with women, I don't think. And you know, it's unfortunate that there is a double standard.
Yeah.
But, you know, take it from me, who's been with many women. I feel like most girls always tell me that they enjoy seeing men with other men, you know? A lot of girls even tell me that they prefer to watch gay porn compared to straight porn, you know? It's when you look at straight porn, especially for a company, right? They take every chance they can to cut the guy's head out of frame, not tag the guy, so much focus on the girl. And I understand that, right? Because people are watching straight porn for the girl. But at the end of the day, it's like, it was hard for me to get to where I am now.
The brand too.
Exactly. And I want to be seen. I want my FaceTime. I've put a lot of hard work into the gym to build my body. I want to be seen, right? And when it's a video with a guy, all the focus is on the guys. So you're going to get more exposure. You're going to get more FaceTime. You're going to more eyes are on you. More focus is on you. You know what I mean? And
that's help your brand. So.
Exactly. That's why I personally never, you know, shoot POV completely. Like, I'll never do a full POV video, or I'll never work for a company that I know is like super female focused, because I'm like, if you want to hire someone to do a video where the girl's the main focus, hire someone else.
Not me.
Don't hire me, you know, because, you know, I'm there because I feel like you want me to be there, not just I'm just a dick. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just want to get my equal validation. And by that I mean I want to be seen. Like you look at my videos on Twitter, Pornhub, OnlyFans, you will never see me post anything where I am not seen or seen more than the girl is. You know what I mean? I built my brand, and I was always inspired as a kid watching videos of guys being seen in the videos, looking good, being confident, feeling good about themselves, giving a good performance. So I've always tried to emulate that, because that was what inspired me to get out of my shell, build my confidence, stop getting bullied, and just take control of my life, you know?
You are inspiring for a lot of guys, I'm sure.
Yeah, because, you know, I didn't grow up rich, you know? I grew up poor, you know? Like, it was that, I'll give you an example. Once a week, you know Little Caesars Pizza? You know the pizza place, Little Caesars?
Oh, yeah.
Once a week, my reward from my mom, if I got good grades that week, was the $5 Caesar's pizza box. And that was a huge deal for me. Or like if my mom would give me $2 or $3, she's like, because back then there was a dollar menu at McDonald's. Yeah. They don't do it anymore because of inflation. But if my mom gave me $2 or $3 to go buy some McChickens, I was like,
yeah, that's my day.
You know, so
I'm the king.
Exactly, I'm a king. You know, especially after a day of getting bullied all day at school. So going from that to being able to build myself into something that I feel I can inspire other men as well to be able to do is just, you know, it really means the world to me, you know what I mean? And I tell other guys all the time that always ask me for advice who are either in the industry or trying to get into the industry, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Make content that's focused on you because your fans want to see you, you know what I mean? True. So that's my thoughts on that, no, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You're doing great, really.
Thank you.
Really.
Means so much.
Show your teeth.
Oh yeah. No, I got my teeth done today, and you know.
I love it. Whole smile.
Yeah, I can't stop smiling because you know I had horrible teeth before this. You know, like horrible. Like
they
I would.
Not horrible. I saw them.
I would never smile. I would never smile, and it means a lot because I was able to save up my own hard-earned money from this to reinvest in myself in something that's going to make me feel better about myself, and that's, you know, money well spent compared to buying alcohol or jewelry or, you know, something that's actually going to make myself feel better and that's going to make me look good, feel good, and being able to produce better content for my fan base and her fan base.
That's really important.
Yeah.
Like people, they don't know, like, if you want to be in this industry, you need to be so smart because you will be the boss of your life.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be like take care of your health, like not like in a company, like I mean a regular company, like there is manager and he told you what time you're supposed to be there, what the break time, like stuff.
Yeah.
No, you take care of yourself.
Exactly.
You manage your schedule.
Exactly.
Like you said, no alcohol, no like that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. No, all these things matter, right? Like. When you change the little things in your life, right? You drink less, you smoke less, you don't do drugs, you eat healthy, you start going to the gym, you wake up on time, you plan out your day. All these little things that you heard from a kid that you thought were silly, those little things are what's going to make the biggest difference in your life because when you look good, you have a clear head, you feel good about yourself, you have confidence, you're able to put people see that and you're able to put your best foot forward to attack whatever it is you want to do. It doesn't have to be this industry, it could be anything in life.
Exactly.
You know?
That's sorry, but like that's what I'm trying to do. Like I believe I can do anything I want. Like
anything.
I know the society tried to put us just in one corner. I feel like no, I picked like YouTube. I can do some stuff, other stuff.
Yeah.
You cannot put me just one corner.
Exactly.
But yeah, you need to have open mind to be in this industry.
You need to be open-minded. You got to be mentally tough. You got to be bold. You got to be spontaneous. You got to not care what other people think about you because at the end of the day, everyone has their own lives and people might talk shit about you regardless of whatever you do, but you want to make yourself the best version of yourself you can be. And the first place to start is those little things I mentioned. Start eating healthy, start working out, quit the drinking, the smoking, the drugs.
Don't believe haters.
You know?
The people tell you like you are bad. That's really important.
People will always hate.
Middle East,
People will always hate.
because you're doing this job.
Yeah. They say that, but they're the ones masturbating to the video.
Exactly. They are like hypocrite. No,
yeah,
seriously.
actually, you know.
One day I told them like, okay, you think my job is bad? Stop watching because I'm doing this work because there's like demand on it. Yeah, like so yeah.
There's demand, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zane.
I hope. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and whether or not you're a fan of the adult entertainment videos, if you guys can take away the little things we said from this and incorporate them into your lives, so you can attack anything else it is you want to accomplish, you can do that. Because I came from nothing, you know, and I was able to do this independently just by taking control of my life. And if I can do it without a privileged background, I feel like you guys can do it as well. You know?
Thank you.
نه امروز روز خیلی خوبیه واسه هممون. خیلی از فنزای من و فنزای آلینا می‌خواستن که ما با هم یه فیلم درست کنیم. سخت بود که بشه ولی should. So
okay, I'm guessing you're saying like follow us or like
I'm basically saying a lot of my fans and a lot of your fans wanted us to come together to make some content.
We'll do.
It wasn't easy to make it happen, but we made it happen. So وقتی که فیلم میاد بیرون به الینا سابسکرایب کن، به منم سابسکرایب کن، برو فیلمو نگاه کنین، جغ بزنین، شیرتون رو همه جا بریزین. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Yes.
Don't forget to do like and comment under this video, and I appreciate you guys. See you next video.
Yeah, if you guys like what we put out, like, comment, subscribe, follow. All your interactions with our content encourages us and motivates us to film more for you. So always give us your feedback. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, so we can, you know, make you guys happy.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Merci. Khuda Hafiz.